Kay Blair was a woman who had an abundance of love for her community and was committed to making the lives of those around her better, however she was able. Her loss drove the idea to build a hospice in her honor by those who felt called to continue her legacy by establishing Kay Blair Hospice. This design proposal for the Kay Blair Hospice Center will carry out this legacy by making its residents feel valued and respected, making a difficult time as comfortable as possible. Residents and their families will feel accepted for their diversity, along with all their values and wishes. It will make them feel welcomed exactly as they are and will celebrate the variety of individuals that will interact with this building. The design of this building prioritizes warmth, personalization, variety, and comfort in order to cater to an emotionally intense experience that will be different for every person who uses the space. The ground floor is where all the resident rooms, along with their necessary support spaces, public spaces for families, and office spaces for staff members are all located, all divided into 3 wings. The resident wing is located towards the surrounding greenbelt towards the exterior of the building. The rooms are pushed out and pulled in to varying degrees along the edge of the building. This allows for a higher amount of exterior wall surface along the resident rooms in order to maximize the amount of glazing and views each room will get. Privacy is also optimized for the residents, with their rooms being set in and out at different levels. This reduces the need for privacy walls on their patios and maximizes the views that residents can have from their rooms. Families and visitors will have a direct line of sight to the resident wing from the main entrance for their ease of access. There will be a central seating area at the entrance to the resident wing near the nursing station. Visiting families of residents or those attending various functions being held in the building can make use of the public spaces, including the great room, dining room, multi-faith room, and counseling office. Staff have a dedicated entrance and staircase for their own wing of the building to make use of the private offices, boardroom, office storage, and staff room. Staff have direct access to the resident wing. This entrance will also be used for loading and services, and this can also be used as the entrance to transport patients to and from their rooms in their beds. Each staircase will act as a fire exit as well as a staircase for daily use. The building connects to the surrounding context with the design of a public square that can be used by the public along with anyone using the building. The basement houses the private spaces and necessary service spaces for the building, such as the laundry room, oxygen supply room, and storage. There is also a public multi-purpose space that can be used for gatherings, as well as the multi-sensory room. The public square, located along the building facade next to Bramalea Road, is a key exterior space that serves the users of the building as well as the general public. It directs attention away from the back of the building, where the resident rooms are located, but still attracts people towards the public side of the building. It features greenery and dedicated benches for seating. This connects the building to the public realm, as it is a shared space that can be used by all without being intrusive to the sensitive programming within the building. The building will be clad in alternating materials of brick and stone. This serves to diversify the facade and create a comforting, home-like appearance that radiates acceptance of all. The multi-faith room is a curtain wall clad with frosted glass on all sides to highlight it as a key space and further diversify the facade. There is a variety of full-length window units and punched-out windows that vary based on the need for daylighting in particular spaces. The resident rooms are all immersed in nature and face towards the greenbelt because of the necessity for residents to have a quality connection to nature from their rooms. It is important to show the residents of Brampton that come from all over the world that Cape Blair Hospice is a place where they will be valued and appreciated for everything that makes them who they are, by respecting and honoring everything that is important to them. For these reasons, it is imperative that residents feel comfortable in their environment and feel free to personalize their experience based on their wishes. The notion of creating a place that feels like home was essential to this design proposal. Capturing what makes a place feel like home and using these intangible elements to design up the hospice was a process that brought about the central theme of the project. This clustered massing breaks up the scale of the building from the outside, helping it to blend in with its surrounding residential context. The varying roof forms give the appearance of being a clustered assembly of masses that is approachable and non-institutional. The angled roof allows opportunities for natural light into key spaces such as the dining room and the resident wing main foyer. It was also important to bring in natural light into the hallway of the resident wing, which was done with overhead glazing. This will bring in the necessary ambient light throughout the entire resident wing. The resident room wing will have an entry space that allows opportunities for families to sit and gather as necessary. It is adjacent to the nursing station and is accessible from any resident room. It features a higher angled statement roof with an angled window to let in natural light and be a pleasant space to rest. The hallways have bench seating in between entrances to allow families a place to sit near each of the rooms. These spaces also receive natural light through the overhead glazing. The dining room is directly adjacent to the main entrance and features an angled roof and feature window. This creates a pleasant and well-lit environment for families to spend time together and connect to the outside environment. The large overhead window will bring in ample light while also maintaining a level of privacy from the exterior. People will see this space immediately upon walking into the reception area from the main entrance. The building employs a steel structure to minimize the presence of structural elements throughout the building. Additional steel members are used to support the angled roofs and overhead glazing. Most elements are concealed in the walls of resident rooms and with the use of drop ceilings. Wood cladding is used selectively on the walls of the resident rooms, behind the beds, and along the resident wing foyer at the bench seating areas. This serves to define and highlight key spaces within these rooms.